So this is going to be the part 2 video, confessional video, now that I've gathered my thoughts more. Um, After thinking about everything that I just thought about, which I included in the other video, I think part of why I am irritated, because I recognize I am very irritated. I'm doing the squinty eyes, I got this body language, irritated. I feel it in my body. So I'm irritated. I think because this is a major transition phase of my life and I don't know how to deal with it. I think that's what this is because I just accepted a job offer. It's a seasonal job for the summer at this place that I've never been to that is I don't know how many miles away, but it's like it's far away. I'll be in New Hampshire. I've never been to the East Coast, really. I went to Rhode Island one time with my family. But back to the point. I'm going to this place that's far away, very unknown. I'm not gonna know anyone there. I'm gonna work there. I don't know the conditions of the place that I'm going to. I don't know anything, really. I know that I'm going to be paid a certain amount of money. I'll have some housing. I'll be living on an island that's 12 miles off the coast of New Hampshire. Stuff like that. That's about all I know. And so that freaks me out a lot. And what was my point here? So I'm going through all these things. So I'm accepting this job, which is the first time that I'm really going to be like away, independent, completely self-reliant. Two, I'm going on this trip to the West Coast, which I don't know that I mentioned in the other video, but yeah, it's really weird. I'm going east, or I'm going west and then east. But so, yeah, I mentioned that I was going on a trip, and it's to the West Coast. And so I'm going West Coast, and then I think I'm going to North Carolina on the way over to the East Coast. So I guess I'm just going everywhere. And this, I realized, because I don't have a car, I don't really have a place that I live permanently. So I'm like, this is like the crux of why I am a minimalist. It's feels that it's somewhat out of necessity because if I have too much stuff, what's gonna happen? Like I can't just move a bunch of stuff spontaneously because I kind of have to like drop things in places. Like I have to, words. I have to, like, if I want to save a thing, I have to find a place to put it, like, with somebody or somewhere or whatever. So, like, it's better to just have less stuff because there's less to deal with, less stress, less managing things. So, that's part of why I am a minimalist, is out of necessity, out of fear almost. Fear that it's not even necessarily fear at this point. It's just like I recognize I have to create a space, a home for myself, a space that I can return to and rely on. And I do see the irony that I've spent however much I said in the last video, all that money on these things rather than like something like a car or something. I don't know how to buy a car. I don't know how to do these things, and it's stressful. It's stressful. Confessional video. It's me talking about my feelings a lot. So I'm trying to figure it all out. I know I'm gonna get to the car. I still have the money for a car. I just don't know how to buy a car. I don't know anything about it. And I'm in this transition phase to relying on myself. And it's really hard, and I do need help from other people. And so going back, way back from this tangent, um, I am freaked out. What was the original thing that I was saying? So, yeah, going back, refocusing is that this is like a major transition in my life, and so all of like my efforts to like live out a backpack and minimalism and all these things, I feel like they kind of have to come together like boom, pronto. Like I have to figure it all out, kind of. I mean, I don't have to figure it all out, but like I have to figure it all out. Like I have to get it together. Like I, if I want to do these things, if I am going to like to a degree like survive, and have survive in a way that I can thrive. I'm kind of getting my shit together, So like part of getting my shit together is like, okay, I need to let's live out a backpack right now. Like, let's do it. And so I guess what I'm saying to myself is that I really shouldn't be guilty about buying these things because it's like this is it, this is the time that I need to do this. This is the time that I need to um, get my shit, literally, and my physical shit, and way, more than physical, but like partially my physical shit together so that I can rely on myself and have this like stable place to be in. And I recognize that simultaneously what's going on is like I'm finding a place within myself to be stable, like a place that's a non-physical place within myself. Well, not necessarily non-physical, but how do I explain it? A place within myself, existentially maybe, that I can rely on and return to. And I guess it's happening in my physical life too. It's all coming together. Um, it's all going from this to this and back and forth and back and forth. But I finally have a point to come back to instead of just always being like this and having people in my life who, in the midst of this are like, hey, and then everything goes over here, and then, it all comes back, and there's none of this, do, 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 do. And I still see myself, even though I think I finally have this place now, I still see, like, a lot of this going on, where I'm following people, and I'm listening to them against my better judgment. And I'm sure that's part of just, like, learning to be self-reliant, but, it's just confusing to navigate, and so that's why I have confessional videos, because I'm trying to figure it out. Um, yeah, so I am gonna figure it out though, and I think I'm getting really close to it. I'm still nervous about, I spend a lot of energy trying to appease other people, and maybe that's the last step, like. The last step is saying, these are my needs, they're going to get met, and it's not going to be, these are my needs, someone help me, please, please, I need help, I'm going to wait until you help me. It's like, I have these needs, I can't wait until you help me. I can't wait. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. But it's all coming together.